Alrighty, folks, welcome to another episode of the Marked for Life Wrestling Podcast. My name is Jeff Bailey.
I'm Jerry Jones. What is up?
Man alive. Killer Dynamite last night. What a show. There's some stuff going on in the mothership land. All crazy things. But before we get going, trigger the subscribe button. Drop a top rope elbow. Ooh, yeah. On the old like. And what do you say? What do we do for the notifications bell today, Jerry?
Oh, man.
I don't know. I'd say powerbomb it.
Yeah,
because
powerbomb it.
Oh my God, what a match!
V-trigger it. It was. This was a hell of a show, man. I knew it was going to be good.
It just blasted off with a great start. CM Punk comes out and electrifies the crowd a little bit, and because we want him for the Owen Hart qualifier.
Look at that! Come on.
You need to support the Owen Hart Foundation here, folks.
Yes, you do.
Okay, you can see it's too bright. There you go. But the Owen Hart Cup match with Dax versus Cash, the FTR. What an entrance!
Yes.
Coming out of both tunnels, the subtle click of Dax is wearing the white boots and comes out the face tunnel, and and Cash is wearing the black and he comes out the heel tunnel. I liked it. This is so good. What a special moment. And we're never going to get this again. And
ever.
Man, it delivered. This was so good. This is wrestling at its best, man.
It was a love letter to pro wrestling, wasn't it? Like, this
so
was
good. And I knew they were going to have to do some sort of good wrestling, really good wrestling finish, and they did it. Just what are your overall impressions of this match, man?
It was artistry. It was scientific. It was like, obviously, when you see when we ever watch Brett and Owen in the ring against each other, just how to me, last night was as close as we would ever get again to ever feeling like that.
To Brett Owen,
yeah, to where there's two guys that you love, and they obviously are brothers and love each other, and they're in the ring against each other, and seeing these two guys, it was like, okay, I know, like this whole anticipation for me, like they're getting ready to do a thing that they will only do this one time ever. And recognizing this is a moment. It doesn't matter if you're an AEW fan or you're WWE or Impact. If you are a wrestling fan, this is a moment that you need it. If you didn't, I'm like, this was only for wrestling fans only.
Right? Kind of think so.
Yeah.
But if you were a casual fan, just turning it on, watching these guys go at it in the ring. That's why I say that there's some bullshit too, that there is like, they're the casual fan and something like that. I think that is how you can hook them and hook them into a tag team that's like not for the casual fan. This is how you get the casual fan into them. Seeing them wrestle like this and be like, oh my God, these are actually a team. This is probably the only time they're ever going to do this. But this is why this tournament is awesome, is because you get to see some of these one-offs that you're never going to get to see again. That's why I kind of like it. And I thought that finish was just remarkable. Dax not wanting him to put him in the sharpshooter. Didn't want, not wanting to hurt his partner, but then almost getting the small package and then reverse into the small package. I was like, oh man, great work. And Rimsberg, the ref is the third man of the act, and Rimsberg was wonderful.
Incredible.
He really did a wonderful job. I was sometimes his refereeing is not great to me, but tonight it was perfect.
And the moment immediately after the match was just, I don't know. I was I'm not going to lie. Maybe it's because I'm older now or whatever, but it kind of got to me. It touched me. It really did.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's one thing I love about these guys, that they are so much heart, so much passion, so much love for professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And why I think that they're going to be guys that give back to it. I think they're just now in the prime of what could be their careers. But once that's over, I think they're going to be guys that give back to wrestling in a big, big way. And I think that they're going to be guys that help shape create a future, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're good. If we don't, without them, we don't have the links back to Midnight Express.
Right.
And back to the, those glory days, some of those teams that were, the best ever. American Wolves.
Yeah.
People like that.
Yeah. This was, it just so when we talk about and you can make arguments for, I think probably 5 to 6 teams. You can make a real argument for them, but I think what we saw last night from those two really showed this is why they're the best. They're the best tag team.
Incredible. And they have stated they want the IWGP tag titles. They want the 7-star. So and I'm more power to them. And they're not in the. They kind of subtly kept them out of the AEW title picture currently, but I think that I think they should take the titles at Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
Because of this Jungle Boy thing, and Luchasaurus now is pointless. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the CM Punk. It's also after the match. CM Punk grabs the mic and they announce that it's official.
Yeah.
And he gives this amazing walking, talking promo. But one thing captivated me, Jerry.
What's that?
The entire time. Kip Sabian, the entire time, is in shot. He's in shot. They are in camera, in pan with him almost the entire promo. I don't think that this is in it for no reason. His contract is up. Or if you do the timeline, his contract would have been up, I think, or is up in a couple of days. But he is in camera shot almost this entire promo. I don't think that this is for no reason. And when everybody claps, the crowd starts erupting. He's in camera shot. Slow clap. I don't think this is for no reason. He has had no angle since he has come back from injury. And he came back, don't get me wrong, he had major injury. This would be a massive leap up the card for him to have something to be involved in some way. But I'm seeing an angle here. And maybe I'm seeing through things. But man alive, they kept him in camera shot the entire time. And they haven't really said much about the whole wearing a box on his head and underused over it angle. And they haven't really said anything. But man alive, what if he cost Punk the title at Double or Nothing?
Well, okay, so yeah, I kept noticing. I'm like, who's that? Who's got the bots on their head?
He's been doing it. He did it at Dark. He's done it at Dynamites and Rampages. Here and there.
And it was clear that they wanted their
no, man, he is in camera shot. He's in frame.
Yeah.
I think maybe I'm looking past it. Maybe there's something to it. Who knows? But it is what it is. But we immediately go into Bryan Danielson coming out. We get the debut. This is the debut of Wheeler Yuta's new theme, the Mickey Ruckus theme, and I love it. It is so Japanese samurai anime.
Yeah.
So cool. And they just proceed to beat the shit out of the factory guys.
Yeah. I had no idea. I didn't know Wheeler was from Philly. I didn't know
that. He's like, I think he's from Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
But he went to college.
Okay, that's right. Yeah,
he is like, dude, a multi-talented person.
Hmm.
I don't know if you know this or not. He plays the steel drum, pan drum. And he's
so
good at it. Like during the pandemic, he would record a song. Like he would record wrestlers' themes. But he used to play at weddings and stuff. That's how he made money in high school. He's like a wildly talented person. He's one of those people that can do a Rubik's Cube in a minute.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's wildly talented. And he proved it again tonight by beating the tar out of Nick Camarado.
Yeah.
And elbowing him into oblivion.
Yeah.
What did you think of this match, man?
I loved. It's weird to say that a match could put him over after clearly the match with Mox. He was already over, and then the match with Mox took him all the way over. I love what Regal. I thought what I loved about the match was that it was like what Regal was saying was so apropos in the storytelling they're doing with Wheeler, because basically he's like, look, he's still got to prove himself.
Oh yeah,
he can get kicked out of this.
And how amazing is Regal having Regal on commentary?
Yes,
is that just not one of the best things going?
Oh, it is so.
Do you not pop every time he says "man in a mask"?
Yes, I love it so much.
Mr. Shivani.
Yeah.
Mr. Ross. Man in a mask. I mean, you gotta, it's just amazing. And then as soon as they win, he's like, gentlemen, good night. Good night. Just walks off.
So think about these first two matches that gave us, you gave us a dream match, that will only ever happen at one time. You got Punk on the mic, followed by Punk's promo. Then we immediately get, Blackpool with Regal on the mic. Mm-hmm. And it was just this first half hour was just
this whole show.
Yeah.
This show was just, I mean, here's the deal. You get this FTR match to start, and then you get the ladder match to finish it. But then you get not only, the Wardlow, the Archer, Sheeta D. We're going to do the matches tonight. We're just outrageously good.
Oh, man.
And he does the so Wheeler Yuta does the seatbelt again like he did and gets the win. And I still am wondering if they haven't figured out what they're going to have him use as a finisher yet. Because I think they're going to give him something really, really good.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say he's going to start busting out and RKOing people, but who knows?
He's going to work his way up.
They're going to give him something cool to be his knockout move, or give him a super cool finisher.
Yeah.
Or it's just let him do the Regal stretch. I mean, I'd like that.
Yeah.
Regal stretch is one of the best finishing moves. My guy's finishing move on WWE 2K. Well, actually, that in the Texas Glove League, which was used. Love it.
Can we just, you mentioned them, special shout out, congratulations, happy 20 years, RKO.
Man.
Dominance. Sports Center did a really cool thing in honor of RKO. They did, so his wife, just sent all the clips of, his family members giving him RKOs out of nowhere, RKO in swim pool. And Sports Center posted that on their Instagram. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But shout out to Randy Orton, Apex Predator.
Oh,
I mean, 20 years, and he looks like
legend himself.
Yes, 100%. Shout out to you, RKO.
Still one of my all-time favorites, favorite gimmicks, the Legend Killer thing. The whole match, that match with Mick Foley is, that's a classic. If you've never seen it out there, man. worth the old $5 Brones to check out the Peacock for a month just to watch that.
Just to watch that. And he gave Mick a special shout out on Monday in the midst of all of his shout outs, and that was appropriate.
I'm kind of glad because it kind of felt like Taker kind of snubbed him. I kind of thought, hey, I got to look like the ultimate badass. And I got to throw. Remember when I threw that guy off the thing and everyone thought I was the biggest killer of all time? They thought I murdered someone.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me do that.
Yeah.
That would have been just a little. I just thought he did. I don't think he even named him.
I'm not sure he did.
Surprise.
No,
I don't think he said Mankind. I don't think he said Foley. I don't think he said Cactus Jack. I don't think he said anything. So I mean. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah.
Moving along. Randy, you're amazing.
Yep.
And we move on. Next match is Murder Hawk Monster Lance Archer versus with Jake the Snake against Wardlow. And man alive, this is not what I expected.
No.
Man alive, what a match.
Because you had texted me and all it said was holy shit. And I'm like, what
Wardlow.
What happened? I'm like, I was like, wait, this is Wardlow. I'm like, where did all this come from?
Welcome to the high flying Wardlow Luchador show. Man. Flying head scissors.
I mean, all right.
Hurricane Rana, Swanton.
I had Wardlow pegged as I'm not trying to throw shade at Wardlow. I think I love his gimmick. I love everything. But I was like, is he just a one-trick pony? Can he go?
No. Oh yeah.
This dude can go. This dude can do it, man.
Definitely.
And I'm like, holy crap! What And I love this match.
Dude is so good.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. He made Archer look really good.
He made Archer look fantastic, man.
I mean, he made that choke slam.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Wardlow literally jumped into like the street. He looked like he could have dunked a basketball.
Yeah.
But that's Wardlow. I mean, selling the move and making it look even better.
Right.
And that just shows that he's going to be a top guy.
Oh, 100%.
No doubts. Going to be a top guy. And goddamn, I mean, once he power bombed Archer with relative ease.
Yeah.
And he's not a small feller.
No.
But then MJF drops hints at W. Morrissey, the former Big Cass.
Yeah.
Maybe making a special appearance next week.
Yeah.
We shall see.
I mean, if it's not Morrissey, who else you got?
Enzo. But Wardlow was literally power bomb Enzo into an oblivion. No, it's got to be. If he's, who knows? This is also MJF, who is an enormous piece of shit, garbage. So he could be lying to everyone, and who knows what the whole real thing is.
All right, I'm just going to throw it out there. I don't know if could it be Brian Cage?
Wow, that'd be good. That'd be a big swerve. I'd like Brian Cage to be their new power guy. Beat up guy.
I just, that's the
give
only
him something to do.
Yeah.
He's under contract, right?
I mean, that was my only other thing.
Have him do something.
That would be, so you're right. MJF's, he's a piece of crap. And so, he could be just jobbing all of us right now.
Always.
But but I loved everything about the Wardlow Archer match. And I mean, clearly I saw a whole other facet of Wardlow that I did not expect to see. And so what I love about it is what it tells me is that I think it's difficult we can't overstate how important Regal's presence. I'm going to say Regal and Danielson. Okay, their presence in the locker room. Things have shifted.
Also, Pat Buck started officially.
Okay,
and his, I mean, it could be a major tightening up of 2. So, of some things, that, I mean, all these things kind of have good influence. They're just having good people, lots of good smart people around is never a bad thing, is it?
There's been so much great wrestling in AEW, so I can't remember if it was right after the last pay-per-view, but you'd mentioned on the show that you felt like we were witnessing kind of a shift, like that something had moved in the wrestling.
I felt like there's a zeitgeist kind of moment.
Yeah.
When JAS kind of came around,
yeah.
in Blackpool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and there's some fundamental shifting going on, right?
Yeah.
And now look, and this shows that it developed more of this. So, and then the JAS comes out. And I love the entrance, Magic Daddy Magic's obnoxious intro. And then everybody still loves Judas no matter what, right? They can't help themselves but sing along. But Angelo Parker calls everybody out. There's gonna be no physicality, of course, right, Jerry?
Right. Yeah. None whatsoever.
They call Eddie Kingston and Proud and Powerful out. And man, this promo gets intense real fast.
Yeah. It got hot quickly. And I'm like,
deep partner.
I love Eddie Kingston. It's just, here's the thing. Eddie to me is not, he never claimed to be the best wrestler. He's not the best in-ring technician. I think he's solid. But man, do I love this guy that he could create, we talk about MJF and how MJF is a master at creating heat. Like he's instant heat. I feel like Eddie is that same way. Eddie can
just a reaction.
Oh man. And I think it's kind of an understated mastery, but he takes it to a level. He's like, when he starts like where I'm from.
Yeah.
He's like, where I'm from, when you say
what he's saying, when I'm from, he's talking about everybody, your world of experience, everyone. He's talking about himself, but he's talking about you and me and everybody else too.
Right.
And he's like, you want to talk about, you say you're going to put a hit on somebody, talk about putting them in the ground. You ready to do that?
Yeah.
I don't think so, partner. And he's one of those guys. Look at his eyes. He looks like do you doubt that he's killed somebody? Put someone in the ground?
See, exactly. Like, I'm not saying that Eddie has killed somebody. I would not be surprised if he's helped dig a grave or helped move what looks to be an extraordinarily heavy carpet rolled up that's leaking from somewhere. I'm just saying, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Or he knows people who have Eddie's bit. One of the things I love about Eddie's bits is that Eddie is basically always, I hate this crap. Eddie was like, basically, I hate promos.
I'll beat you up. I'm tired of this.
I hate promos, and then immediately goes to cut a killer promo. I hate this crap. And then he does this.
I really just want to beat the shit out of you. That's really what I literally want to come out here and wrestle. Oh, this is part of it, but I hate it, but I got to do it. It just so happens I'm good at it.
I'm good at it. I hate it. I also, speaking of Eddie, I love what Punk did in his promo, where he's basically like everybody in the back except maybe Eddie Kingston. I love the fact
he apparently doesn't like him at all.
He does.
He just continuously shits on him every chance he gets.
Every chance he gets, and so.
But if that's the thing, that's the thing. I know.
It's like
it's all right. With
it. And so a part of me does wonder how much of this thing with Jericho is rooted in, man, we just don't really, it wouldn't, I mean, Jericho's such a pro that you would never know if he really liked Eddie Kingston or not. But my sense is that maybe Eddie doesn't really like Chris Jericho. Part of me that
I agree with you.
There's a part of me that thinks, I think Eddie is like, if
there
you were to ask
no love lost when this whole thing's over.
I mean, think about it. When you've been, Chris Jericho has been basically the best from the moment, at every level he's been near or at the top.
I mean, he's one of those guys. He basically has always said, I knew I needed to be different. I knew I needed to make sure that people were always going to be talking about me. He's like, I'm never going to be big. I'm never going to be the biggest guy. I ain't. And he's like, and he's just, I can't, how else do I stand out? I have to figure these things out. And that's why he's been able to chameleon himself along for 35 years.
I mean, Chris Jericho is one of my favorite just characters in all of his iterations. He's consistently relevant. I'm trying to think of, even when I was getting
Lionheart, the whole Lionheart.
Yeah.
The man of 1,004 holds, into Y2, into Y2J, and Raw as Jericho is just he has been able to just keep himself going and keep himself fresh. And then, when he came back, Codebreaker Jericho, and then most dastardly heel ever Jericho. I mean, he's been able to, the corporate Jericho was awful.
Yeah.
And part of me kind of wants him to like hard left into that, which would be epic. If he wants another title run, I think he has to do. That's the way it's got to go. Hard left into the mega heel corporate short hair Jericho.
Oh, I feel like he's got another one of those runs in him.
He figured out how to get himself in shape really fast.
Yeah, he did.
He had to have health scare. That's why he lost that weight.
Yeah.
So we move on into that street fight, unless you want to talk about the fight later. Because the fight was just fought later. So they eventually do get a beat down on them, and they put a fireball in Eddie Kingston's face. It was actually well done.
It was very well done.
I think those Memphis Pro guys would be real happy with that one. Jerry Lawler was probably like secretly very happy somewhere.
And you've got Tony Schiavone just losing his mind. We don't need this.
I don't need this. Why would you do? Why are we burning people? We don't need this on TV. Oh, and how dastardly awful is Daniel Garcia becoming?
I love him.
The hit me. I was just like, oh man. We all want to hit you so bad.
So bad.
I mean, we want to slap the Kangol.
Yeah.
Right off your face. It's just so awful. And it's working. It's really working.
Yeah.
I mean, the funny thing is, everything I hear about it is just like he's actually such a sweet kid, and he's got a ton of personality. But his gimmick is that he's like got no personality.
Right.
That he's just a douche with no personality, and it's working.
Right. Yeah.
Really well.
He's selling it, man. It's awesome. I love it. I love it so much.
But man, talk about loving it. The Philly Street Fight, Serena Deeb versus Sheeta. Wow, this is good.
Oh my gosh. I want this just give it to me every week, and I'd take it.
I'm all right. This was a good blow off one.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good one to leave it on for a minute.
Yeah.
But I mean, of course we do it again. But Serena Deeb is just looks amazing.
Yeah.
It's just amazing wrestling. I absolutely loved the finish of this match. It was spectacular.
Yes.
What did you think, man?
It was to me, it was classic. Serena. It was the perfect. I loved it. I love the gimmick with the talcum powder. In her face. She's blind, and dude, she caught
Mr. Fuji is looking down.
Yes.
with so much happiness.
Yes.
I love that whole thing.
Yeah,
like, what is she doing down there? Yeah, the announce crew is like, what is she doing down there? What is she getting? I'm like,
wow, what in the heck is under the ring this time?
Totally legal in this match. I'm like, well, yeah, it's a street fight. Did you catch, man, Serena? I was it on the shot that that Sheeta caught her with that kendo stick when she was kind of blinded and kind of caught her?
Oh yeah, she whacked her really good, and
Man,
she
eye.
puffed up.
Oh yeah, it's
she
really,
puffed up really good. But there was
bad.
another spot where where Sheeta hit her, and a lot of times people just kind of do the with the kendo stick shots.
Yeah.
And she actually sold it like she got whacked like with that or something like that. It was so awesome.
Oh man,
this match was so good. And then that finish had her in the Serenity Lock, but then she wouldn't get, not gonna give up, but then she locks in maybe one of the most diabolical looking Texas Cloverleaf I've ever seen. And taps her out. Oh man, I love that.
Yeah, I loved it.
Good.
I do. This was if I were to have a red pen and circle it for a missed moment, it was at the very end of this match. I don't need Thunder Rosa in the back watching this and going, I need Thunder Rosa in the same. So right now I think the way they're handling Thunder Rosa is some of the same critique I had when they handled Hangman when he first got the belt. So I'm like, she's our champion. She needs to be out there. She needs to be.
There's the idea of with some champions, the money is always in the chase. The money's not in the win. That's just something that can be had. And I kind of think, there's kind of you run into that little lull maybe, and I hate to say that she kind of got caught in it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think they should give her a couple of nice strong defenses and then probably move it on. I just Deeb looks so good and have a good heel run with her as a dominant heel. By hook or crook type champion. I like it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that I don't think there's anything lost in that. And you have Thunder Rosa come in and take the title back from her at the end of it.
Right. Yeah. I would love that. What I would have loved to have seen in that moment, instead of her just by herself watching a monitor, like shaking her head, like I don't know who it could have been in the back while she's watching television going, that comes by and goes, good luck with that. And just kind of keep it moving, because it kind of because I need this match. And I don't know if we're going to get it at Double or Nothing, if it will happen before, but Deeb is, I want to see Deeb kick the living crap out of her. That's what I love Thunder, but I want Deeb with gold around her waist.
I do too.
That's what I want.
I think she just looks too dominant. I don't think she's hadn't lost in AEW since early 2020 or 21.
Yeah.
So last loss is over a year and something ago. That's
and
it was to Deeb or to Sheeta. So I think that it's the vengeance has been done. She's won her last 12 matches in a row.
Yeah,
give her the gold.
Yeah, it's time.
At some point in time, there was also Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, was in back with Tony Schiavone and Tony Storm.
And Your girl.
And Ruby Soho makes an appearance.
Don't forget about your girl, Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter's back there. And so it looks like we're setting up a tag with all these Owen Hart Cup qualified ladies.
Yeah.
So this could be interesting. I thought this is actually pretty funny. What do you think of this whole segment?
I enjoyed the segment. The thing I was thinking about during the segment was, and I don't know if we want to get into this at all, but Becky Lynch's comments.
I do
came to light earlier.
I really do, because I mean, I kind of think the Deeb Sheeta match kind of responds to that.
Yes.
Becky Lynch, you want to get in the ring with Serena Deeb anytime soon?
No, she does not.
With gold on the line for it?
I don't think Becky Lynch wants to get in the ring with Sheeta, to be honest.
No, I really don't. I doubt she'd want to get in a ring with anyone who's worked AEW ever again, because you're gonna get a receipt for that comment. I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty sure you're gonna pay for that one.
But what did we want Becky to say? What did we expect?
Here's the thing. I feel like Becky's comments are not completely unjustified. Right. I think she does have some valid points. I think WWE has some of the best stars in women's wrestling. Period.
Yeah.
Now, are they well used? No. Sometimes no. There's also a ridiculous amount of, well, yes, I think that, yes, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Bianca Belair. I mean, there's outstanding talent. I mean, there's Doudrop. I mean, there's a bunch of girls that can really wrestle. Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss. There's a lot of talent. Are they well used? No. Look at the Queen of the Ring.
I mean,
awful.
So does
Tony get it right? No, not always. Not enough segments. Not enough matches. Black matches. When's Abaddon going to be on TV? She's undefeated. Hasn't lost a match. Her only loss over the last 8 months
was Britt Baker, right?
Was Britt Baker on Halloween,
which was an epic match.
Which was she dominated the whole match.
Yeah.
Got a lucky roll up.
Right.
Britt Baker was lucky to get off with her head intact.
I mean,
I am, by the way, pushing for everyone out there. If you're not subscribed to Ethan Page's blog, subscribe. He has promised to take Abaddon to Arby's.
No.
If you hit 100,000 subscribers, and she has agreed to do it. So, everybody,
oh my God,
subscribe to his blog.
Can you imagine Abaddon?
His Fat Food Fest at Arby's with Abaddon.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
Horrifying, spectacular all at once.
Oh my gosh! So we need to get her to 100,000. So here's the thing. My thought is, I understand where Becky's coming from. I respect the fact that that's. I mean, when you are the locker room leader, and I'm not sure if that's in doubt as far as with the women's division in the WWE.
No, I
think she is. She's the leader. Or yeah.
One.
So she had her teammates back, and so I wouldn't expect anything else from Becky than saying that hers is the best. But and I should say, and I believe that she's right. I mean, they certainly get more airtime, but here's the thing, Jeff. They get more airtime, but is it quality? Like when you get Queen Selena and Carmella, that's a joke. Terrible. You're making a mockery of wrestling.
There's still a lot. I mean, let's be frank. There's still a lot of bra and panty.
A lot of bra and panties.
A lot of bra and pantiness matched to WWE.
Yeah.
And as much as they want to say that they're away from that and it's gone, it's never going to be there. Literally look at Carmella's outfits.
Yeah. I mean, and look, Becky's right. they get more airtime. It should be noted they've got a total of 7 hours of content
correct
on television.
So,
we
they
have
can,
3.
and some people want to crucify AEW, and it's like, well, they don't have enough women's, content and matches. And I'm like, yeah, they need more, but also 3 hours of television versus 6 hours or however many more hours.
Where the point of contention that I have with Becky is not on the quantity, but her statements about the quality.
That kind of is where it kind of got me.
Need we remind you that the match of the year, as voted by PWI, was Dr. Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa.
Right.
Not the women's match of the year, the match of the year. I would take, and I think I tweeted this the other day, that I would take the best match if we looked at the last 4 months. If we just looked at, say we take the last 6 months of wrestling content from WWE and AEW, I would put our best match, women's match, on television. I'm not talking premier events or pay-per-views, but on televised events, I will take our best women's match against the best women's match that they had on any of their platforms over the last 6 months, whether it's Raw, SmackDown, NXT, the best women's match over their best women's match any day of the week. I would take 10, our top 10, and put it against their top 10. And I would have full confidence that we'd probably win at least 8 or 9 of 10 of those matches.
It's a pretty bold statement.
Quality. It is, yeah. Just because they have the quantity, but the quality isn't there.
They have had some good ones, though.
They've had some good matches.
Becky EST at WrestleMania was really, really good.
Again, that's a premier event. I'm talking Raw, SmackDown, or NXT.
Yeah.
Show me the matches there. Like that Minnesota street fight right at the end of the year. Spectacular. So WWE, the women's division, hasn't given me any match like that on television.
No.
Right?
Within the style, though, I think that's one thing. I guess that they are kind of handcuffed by style, by the WWE's in-house style.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're not on TV 14 programming.
Right.
And, it's one of those things. It's, without the extra boost that they get to do a little bit more stuff in AEW, kind of gets to lean. So maybe, and that's the thing, star chasers, some people say star chasing matches, that's about spots and blood. And, that's WWE's like, we'd rather make the money. We don't care about the stars.
But I will give WWE credit. They've got some bona fide superstars, and you've already named them, right? Like, I their talent to me is second to none over there. I do think that Tony has to answer the call a little bit, and we need to see more. We need to see more women wrestling, and I would say I think Tony kind of has responded to that. If we're looking at we've got Mercedes Martinez going against
and bringing in Deonna Purrazzo. So that that to me, if bringing in W Morrissey, if that is really happening next week, bringing in W Morrissey, bringing in Deonna Purrazzo to defend the title, that kind of means to me that Impact and AEW are back on good terms. Which to me would mean that Forbidden Door becomes a massive 3-way pay-per-view, and all 3 companies are involved, making
Forbidden
it the
Door
true mega event.
Forbidden Door is just. I think it's going to be. I think when we were heading to St. Louis for the event or whatever for Rampage, and I'm like, I'm a fan of chaos. Give me chaos. And I feel like all hell, and I mean this in the best possible way, at Forbidden Door is going to break loose. It's just going to
Well, I mean, I feel like it's going to probably start breaking loose at Double or Nothing.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah.
I would not be in any way surprised if there is a Bullet Club invasion, anything like that. I wouldn't doubt anything at this point. I wouldn't doubt that there'd be some impact people would show up either.
I mean, it's going to be out of this world. Oh, I just had a thought, not to get too far away from what could be at the Forbidden Door. Could it be that that MJF was talking to who's the big guy that from India?
Oh, the big Santos Singh, or Satnam Singh.
Could it be him,
the new Ring of Honor guy?
Because he's taller than you, and he's like, you can't coach height.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe they're paying off Sanjay and Jay Lethal. Could be.
But see, this is the fun part. I'm not trying to get into, I don't want to yuck people's yum if they love WWE, right? The thing that really sets AEW and Ring of Honor and Impact and New Japan from WWE is that there's all these what ifs. There's so many possibilities.
It's true.
WWE is a very closed ecosystem. The options just aren't there. Just like you can tinker with an Android, you can do all sorts of things with an Android phone.
Never going to be a person.
Yeah, and so anything is possible. Anything can happen on Rampage or Dynamite or any. I mean, and this is why it's so much fun over here at AEW. Is that anything is possible. I mean, I
feel like this is where, I mean, if you're really into just the show of wrestling, this is what you should enjoy.
Yeah.
Man, we haven't even got like halfway through the show.
Oh yeah, let's keep going, man.
Anyways, we already talked about MJF and all that whatnot. But the arena goes black, and they come back, and the House of Black guys have Fuego.
Yeah.
It looks like they're maybe going to pull his mask or something. Yeah. Then Alex Alvarez is in the ring and says it's, can't take a luchador's mask and all that whatnot. And then, all of a sudden, Penta appears. All of a sudden, Pac appears.
Which was awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Alex Alvarez appears. And we're like, oh, who's the hooded guy in the ring? Oh, it's clearly Rey Fenix. And they wipe out the House of Black.
That was awesome.
High-flying action. This is good stuff. Like, hey, we suckered you. Why did you think I wore that stupid outfit?
Yeah.
And I kind of think maybe they worked us a little bit too.
Because
people were like, oh my God, why is Alex Alvarez wearing this horrible outfit?
I mean, yeah.
It was me, Austin. No, Vince. God, Vince was the guy behind. Oh, anyways. At least this is a quick one. But I liked it. I liked it. And this is going to set up, dude, Death Triangle, House of Black will be insane.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you've been calling for the trios bell for quite some time now. It's got to come, right?
He has said, waiting for Kenny. Yeah, that's what they're waiting for.
Is Kenny going to be ready?
Don't know. So he had surgery on his sinuses. He had surgery on his knees. I think he was trying to avoid shoulder surgery by doing a lot of therapy or something like that. So who knows, man?
All I know is that
working very hard.
Kenny posted something, and Will Ospreay responded like, "Are you going to be ready? Are you going to be ready by then?" And I'm like,
Oh man. That's a dream match.
Oh.
I mean, it looks like already we're getting. It looks like it's going to be Tanahashi versus Moxley already, because Moxley's already like sent him a challenge.
Yep.
Oh man, it's gonna be insane. But we get this big, giant, undisputed elite 10-man tag against Dante Martin, the Varsity Blondes, Shotty Lee Johnson, and Big Brock Anderson.
Big Brock, yeah,
with Father Double A at the ringside. And they beat them. I mean, I don't know what else to say. They beat them. This match, I mean, was pretty good. I mean, what did you think?
It did what it needed to do. What the
Julia Hart's Black just keeps going. By the way, I don't know if you noticed or not.
Yeah,
and she sat on the ring steps again.
Yeah, so I'm curious. Obviously, what they're going to do with Julia. I feel for Dante, man, because his brother keeps getting injured. I'm like, I don't think we know what to do with Dante right now, and it's pissing me off. We got to find something. We got to find something for him.
I mean, I think the clear thing to do with him is he's going to Ring of Honor as soon as whenever Ring of Honor gets TV started.
Yeah.
He's going there. If it's going to be, if he needs to vie for a singles title, I mean, I think it needs to be there probably first.
Yeah.
AEW only has 3 major titles, men's major titles. So I think maybe Ring of Honor is probably the better choice.
Yeah.
That's
well, I'm going to be very honest. And what I'm going to say is going to shock you and shock all of our viewers here. The thought I had, I was so frustrated. I'm like,
I might have a shocking statement of my own, Jerry.
If we can't figure it out, and I keep saying we because I'm a mark for AEW. If we can't figure out what to do with Dante, maybe he would be better served going to the mothership. That's what I was thinking. Maybe he just needs to go to the mothership if we can't figure out what to do with him. Yeah, maybe he needs to be there. Yeah.
So he can go hang out with Ricochet and get forgotten about for like 2 years.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, we need to figure it out. We're wasting him. So I love your suggestion. It's reasoned about Ring of Honor, but I'm frustrated that he is not more prominent.
I have a hot take of my own, Jerry.
All right, oh man, here we go.
My hot take is I'm kind of getting over Adam Cole already.
What? Whoa, man! I'm just starting to like the guy. I'm just starting to like. Oh, I like this Hangman.
Okay. No, Adam Cole. Hangman. I like Hangman.
Oh, Hangman. All these Adams. You're over Adam Cole, baby?
Yes.
What has he done?
I mean, I know that there's people out there who are just dying for the guy and love him to death and everything like that. I don't. There's something about his style of wrestling that doesn't do it for me.
Wow. How long have you been holding this in, my friend?
Well, it's just like the more and more I keep seeing it. I'm not super impressed currently.
Who's more impressive in the ring to you, him or his girlfriend, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD?
Currently?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Britt really brought it back for that last match she just had.
She really did. I was impressed.
Kind of coming back around again.
Yeah.
So maybe because I thought she was getting real rusty there, but that last match with Thunder was really, really good, and then this this match with the Owen qualifier is really good too.
Yeah.
I mean, just wrestling game. Maybe it's him, but I don't know. I mean, he is a good wrestler.
Yeah.
But I like just, I mean, I'm not saying that he's not good at what he does. He is a great wrestler. He's a wonderful talker. He's all these things. I don't love his offense. I find it's kind of boring to watch. You know, if he has like, it seems like some guys when they wrestle heel, they just wrestle regular and then do like one thing to try to win a match. I don't like that. If you're gonna wrestle heel the whole match.
Right.
I mean, you might as well be cuffing him and doing everything you can the whole match. I mean, that's what tells the audience you're a bad guy.
Right.
I mean, if nobody knows anything about, they don't get to hear commentary at a live show, right?
Right.
You just watch. What tells the audience that you're a heel besides you telling them that they suck?
Right.
You know, you watch them wrestle, and if they're wrestle like a heel, I think he kind of doesn't do that very well.
The only thing he does
wrestles
is
like he wrestles like a baby face until he low blows somebody.
Yeah, low blows, and that's it. Yeah,
man, I just burnt the internet live streaming.
Man,
sorry, buddy.
I listen, Adam Cole, baby. I am a fan of yours, and Jeff turning on you like this, I just don't even know where to begin. That the views, here's the thing, Adam. The views of Jeff Bailey do not necessarily represent the views of Mark for Life Pro Wrestling Show. I will have you know that when you're back in, well, I won't be here. I won't be here to defend your honor. So I can't help you when you're here in Kansas City on the 8th of June. But I think, Jeff, I think the only thing that would, I think maybe you and Mr. Cole need to hash this out over I don't know, some Kansas City barbecue or something.
Maybe Adam Cole, I'll buy you some.
Yeah. Oh man, but
come on down, baby.
Yeah,
I'll show you where the boom barbecue is.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens with the Undisputed Elite, and I know a lot hinges on.
I think the Bucks are turning on them the first chance they get.
Oh, 100%. I mean, they're going to face turn. Kenny's going to, obviously, I think, going to face turn.
Remember, they've already killed Adam Cole in being the Elite canon once.
Yeah.
So who knows to say they're not going to turn on him again when the time is right for them.
But they're going to need something, like, and I agree with Matt and Jeff, man. All the emo young bucks. It's not a good look. Okay, like I don't know how they're going to get out of their little funk. But
they're working on it. Looks like they're putting on their Undisputed Elite t-shirts, and
yeah.
They did the full pose. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So maybe everybody actually kind of looks good. It's just like I said, the guys on the outside framing the picture don't look very happy. So
yeah,
who knows? And like I said, it's all whatever happens when Kenny shows back up.
Did we skip? I can't remember the Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy promo.
Oh yeah.
Maybe what did you think of that?
No, I kind of like the part where Christian said, "You are a loser."
Yeah,
I thought this is the moment we've all been waiting for when Christian hard turns on these guys.
It's coming,
but it didn't come. It's not what happened.
It's not what happened yet, but it's coming.
Oh yeah.
Are we all in agreement that this title reign needs to end?
Oh God, yes. Lose it to Hobbs and Starks immediately.
Please. Yes. Please. Put gold around their waist.
Or have them make them look like shit, but then FTR takes it. I don't know, whatever. I mean, FTR is ranked number 1. So
yeah.
They should have the first. They
should have the what were your thoughts? Oh, we also the Swerve Darby promo.
Maybe I missed that.
That
maybe I was eating.
Yeah, because they're gonna face each other, I believe.
I know. I think we got a promo. I just thought they just announced it.
Oh no, we got a little promo with Swerve and Darby. And Darby, man, his mic skills are lacking. Oh, my
he's terrible.
God.
He's real bad.
I do need help in understanding. I'm having it. So there are some amazing qualifying matches for the Owen Hart.
But we still haven't seen the brackets or anything.
But I look at Swerve and Darby thinking this shouldn't be a qualifying match. This should be a match in the tournament. Yeah, I'm like
all of the. But what I don't understand, why aren't they just calling all these qualifiers the first round?
Yes, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many are going to. So we know that on the women's division, we've already got 4 who have qualified. Are there going to be 8, or how many on each division qualify? But like the
finals are a double or nothing,
right? So we've got to get into this thing pretty quick, right?
Right.
We've got a month.
It's at the end of the month, right?
We've got the end of the month, so it tells me that there's going to be a total of 8 entries, because then each week leading up to Double or Nothing, you can whittle it down to where you get to the final 2 in each division. So, yeah, the idea that either Swerve or Darby will not be in the Owen Hart tournament, I'm kind of bummed by that, because I want
old school. I want the last 3 matches at the pay-per-view.
Yes,
I want the last 2 semifinals. I want the semifinals at the pay-per-view and the final at it should be. I think it should be the last match before the title match.
Yeah, so I think you make the
women's match, the women's match title, the women's match win, men's match win, and then the big gold title.
Yeah, I love that idea. I love that idea. So I don't know. So who's qualified for on the men's side
so far? FTR, Dax. Who won the one last week? Somebody won last week, right?
Yeah. So are we just at 2?
I think they've only seen 2 so far.
Okay. So the men are going to have to play catch up here. Owen Hart tournament.
Adam Cole.
Okay.
Qualified.
Okay.
So yeah, Adam Cole, Dax are in, and the Jungle Boy match? No.
Oh yeah, the Jungle Boy. He
Kyle
lost
O'Reilly.
To,
Kyle O'Reilly's in.
Okay.
Yeah. Kyle
Samoa
O'Reilly,
Joe's in.
Adam Cole, Samoa Joe, Dax Harwood. So they are rounding it out a little bit. I realize they've actually made more progress than I thought they've had.
Too bad that when you Google it, they don't give you a spoiler alert at the top of the website I went to. And yeah,
I guess we're more ahead than I thought we were.
Yeah. Okay. That makes me feel better. But I don't know. I have to admit, I'm more excited about the women's division than I am.
I kind of am too. Mostly I think Tony Storm, Jamie Hayter is going to be amazing. But I kind of like I said, I wanted that kind of further in, but clearly the Doctor is probably going to be in the final. You know that.
Oh, 100%. I would be shocked. I would be shocked if she doesn't win it. I think they're going to give her
that. The only match we haven't discussed is the ladder match for the TNT title.
Man,
with Scorpio Sky versus Sammy Guevara, and the crowd is solidly behind Scorpio Sky and American Top Team.
If you would have told me 2 months ago
that Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky are going to be massively cheered with Dan Lambert are going to get massive
I'd be like,
cheers.
you're out of your mind. I'd be like, you're out of your freaking mind.
They are. They've pulled the biggest swerve ever on us, and the crowd absolutely hates Sammy and Ty. They have become a cringe meme incarnate.
Yeah. I love them for how they're just leaning into it.
Go hard or go home, and they are going real hard.
Just hard.
An aggressive way. I mean, they are putting Pam in the earliest grave possible.
Yeah.
And just going for it. Anyways.
Pam, someone should do a wellness check on Pam.
I really hope they do regular ones because God, she has to watch the vlog. Oh my Lord.
I mean, she can't be watching anything right now, right? She's deactivated her social media.
I really hope.
Not watching wrestling, I hope. Pam, if you're watching, stop watching. Well, stop watching wrestling.
I don't watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, this match is pretty awesome. I just had problems with the end a little bit, but it was really good for AEW ladder match standards.
Mm-hmm.
And they're pretty high.
Yeah.
Already. And Sammy's kind of he's been involved in almost all of the singles ladder matches. So
is Sammy becoming the king of the singles ladder match?
Maybe. I mean, he's doing pretty good at it. And I think he needs to take advantage of it while he's still growing.
Yeah.
I don't think he's full growed yet. Before his spine fully sets and he can't do this.
Right.
So live fast, die young, kid, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be his angle. There were some devastating maneuvers in this whole thing.
Yeah.
They did do a big cutter off the top, but it looked kind of like Scorpio put it on him, but the lights just came alive, Jerry.
Yeah.
But
we finally got some movement on the other side of the hallway over there. So
lights are on. The introduction of a ladder wrapped with barbed wire was a new one for me.
This was better than the coffin with the thumbtacks.
Yes, definitely better than the coffin with the thumbtacks. Although Sammy's choice to kind of no-sell falling into the ladder, I kind of have issue with, and that's kind of like my main problem with this match. Is that he kind of no-sold it and climbed the ladder again, but Scorpio knocked him back off and takes the title.
What do you think was behind that?
I think that, I don't honestly, one of my honest opinion, I kind of almost wonder if he's went into business and was like, I want to look better. But who knows? Why he decided to do that, I don't really know. I think you need to sell being slammed into or falling 8 feet into a ladder covered with barbed wire. I think should probably incapacitate you for more than a few seconds.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
That part of it didn't work for me, but the post-match action did. With Kazarian coming out and drama kind of ensues with Ethan Page giving the eye roll, the side eyes to the whole Kazarian Scorpio thing.
Yeah, that was.
And I think if it's sufficiently, Ty kicks. Also, Ty gets to kick Dan Lambert. Which keeps Dan heel, I think, and keeps her a little bit on the liked side. But I don't know. This is pretty good, but again, I think what it's setting up is even better because we're getting Scorpio Kazarian out of this. There's maybe some angle. This is where we start to see Ethan Page take off. Who knows? And I think Ethan Page needs to be in the Owen. Why? How is one of the best Canadian wrestlers not in the Owen?
100%. I think this is going to, what it will lead to ultimately is something much, much better. It was a necessary. The match was necessary for something.
It got some stuff over. They
Yeah.
got some concepts over to the fans.
Yeah.
Everybody clearly hates Sammy and Ty now.
Yep.
And like I said, the fans kind of seem almost behind a face turn for Scorpio and Ethan Page.
Well, and we'll see what happens. See what happens with this whole thing with he and Kazarian and Scorpio.
Too true.
Yeah.
Now we talked about and so great Dynamite. I give it. This is a 4.5 stars for me. I mean, just short of being a really, really solid, perfect show. I mean, this is a good one. But apparently, someone out there is not happy, and that person is Vince Kennedy McMahon, and he is not happy with WWE programming. I
missed this.
What
did he have to say?
This is just behind the scenes. The always talking behind the scenes. He's pretty unhappy with their product at the moment.
Wow.
Which means more shakeups. Which means who knows what's going on down there, or up there, as they say.
Wow. I mean, I understand it. I mean, it means he's paying attention. Yeah.
But it's your ideas, your concepts, all your stuff.
Yeah.
You have no one else to be responsible to look for in the mirror than yourself.
Is it a coincidence that he's not happy after all the Forbidden Door?
I don't think so.
It's not.
He wanted to buy Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to.
Yeah.
So I mean, who knows? I think he knows that, like, he has the masses kind of baked.
Yeah.
And as long as they stay in aligned with the mothership, and they don't bother flipping the channel to look at the other guy, things are hunky-dory. But if they do flip over and look at the other guy's stuff, they're going to start losing people.
Oh, 100%.
Because I love wrestling. I can't watch all of it.
No.
And I'd rather watch the good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a limited amount of time. So it's got to be quality content.
And spend my money. I've told you this. I mean, we've gone to see 2 AEW shows. I will be going to my third. I'm so sad you're not going, but my good bro out there, Matt. Matt, shout out. I'm happier to give my money to AEW because, I mean, at least I got some gratitude.
Right.
And all my life going to WWE events, Vince never came out and said anything.
Right.
Much less came out and thanked me for coming.
Right. Right.
And spending my dollars with them, and spending my time with them. And Tony Khan did that multiple times.
Every time. Yeah.
I mean, and that just says something to me about, where I'd rather spend my dollar. And don't get me wrong, I bucked up, and I might have said on Twitter, I'll never give Vince another dime. I bought the damn video game, and I play it, and I will say this: play the game, Vince, and you'll figure out why your product is dumb.
Yeah. Wow, man, that's you
play
chose
the
violence.
Fucking game, dude.
You chose violence today.
Oh, maybe
you chose violence today, man.
Mr. Regal's getting to me. All right, so here's the deal: the gameplay, fun, super fun. All these things, fun. The aspect of creating a wrestler, getting to pick your moves, all these things. I love it. All these things, fun. But just playing the storylines that they create are dumb. It's like, oh my God, you couldn't hit it out the park on a video game? You could have given a cool arc to a video game? Come on. It's like, that's where you should be able to just hit an easy one. It's like it's a meatball.
Right.
Your WWE should be jacking it out of the park. No, there's their stupid story you know, they're all these stupid tropes that they use. They just throw them into the game too.
Yeah.
It's like, you're gonna be in a 6-pack challenge match because me and the other GMs had too many at lunch and I bragged, and now you're gonna be in a 6-pack challenge for your WWE title. What? I'm the most dominant guy ever. Why am I doing this? My base guy is basically Roman, and they're making him do bullshit Stardust stuff. I don't get it. That's why the game is dumb. And the music, oh my god, is so bad.
Terrible.
I can't wait till I run into Machine Gun Kelly so I can just freaking open him up on this game. But there is a song, I kid you not, the very first song that plays is just like this hard metal tune, and it's the first line is just a guy screaming, "Oh my god." And I'm like, did Vince approve this song? There is no way Vince McMahon listened to this song and was like, good with it, guys.
Yeah.
Just play the game, Vince. Play the game, Vince. You'll figure it out real fast.
Oh man. Well, I'm not going to buy it.
Some of it is so much fun. And like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying it. I'm playing it.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep playing it. But I mean, like I said, it also has, I can laugh off, you know, because I know what's going on and I understand that wrestling isn't real. I can laugh off a lot of it.
Yeah.
But oh my god, some of it's a little painful. But that's it. That's my review of WWE 2K22.
Watch the game, Vince, and you'll know why your product sucks. That's
about it. Well, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us and talking a little wrestling this week. Hit us up on the old tweet ski down there, and hit us up in some comments. Tell us what you guys want to talk about. I mean, if you want to come on here, be a part of this, be a part of the conversation. Hit us up. Let's talk. Let's talk some wrestling and see what's going on out there. We appreciate you and take care, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.
For life. Yes, and broadcast.